Hey guys, I've been getting some nice response from a breakthrough to shodan kind of series, and I happen to have a game that fit it, so let's have a look. I'm white. All standard, and we come, no problem. Standard Joseki, we know it. Okay, he keeps it tight. Now, we've seen this before, but I just think there's someone who might understand. Okay, who might need to see this. All our moves should be very specific, not just generally. So we're weak right now. We're about to get cut. We could say, hey, I'm not cut. And hey, he can't cut me. It's like so in black's favor, right? Is there something else we can do? Yeah, we can get out. What about the cut? It's a ladder in our favor. Okay. This is becoming meaningful. We're out, very nice, and we're not cut. As a matter of fact, we're about to surround him. That is also incredibly obvious. But if you're playing each move, realizing what's going on, it really puts you in touch with your move so that the next move you're figuring that one out too. Because in a minute, it's not going to be so obvious. So you need to be working these things out. Okay, ladder no longer works, nor a net. Ladder works, net works. We far prefer the net, because if it's a ladder, he gets a free move. Ladder breaker. The ladder still works, but the net doesn't. I prefer the net, thank you very much. And I'm still threatening to surround him. This is a nice, powerful move. No questions there. He still can't cut us. Save the cut. Lots of ways of saving the cut, right? But we choose one, totally safe. We're totally not cut. And he now has Aji in the corner. Or I have Aji. There is a taste in the corner. Now, this taste may only result in a little point or two in endgame, but it's there. Maybe it's a co-threat, who knows? Okay. So far, every step we've taken, 1, 2, 3, all 5 moves have been very specific. We had a reason for coming out. Now, there's some 4Q sitting there who would play these exact same moves, and what would he do now? He'd play here. How come? Because we're running out. We're getting ahead of him. Wait. That's not a thing. You've been saving your cut and getting your group healthy. If your cut is saved and your group is healthy, then why continue? You might say, because then I get to surround him. Yeah, and he keeps on playing away. His moves playing away are far more valuable. This is not your Sente. There's nothing special going on here. So there's no reason to come out. Now, I'm making a big deal about this because this video's entitled Breakthrough to Shodan. Q player is going to play here and not break through. He's going to be playing moves that have no meaning, no specific meaning. So we're fine. He's fine. So we can think about the A stone or some next big area. Now, which should that be? I honestly don't know. You've heard me say this so many times. I don't know. So my suggestion as you're trying to break through to shodan is don't think about what you're supposed to do. Ask yourself a few questions. How is my B group? Well, let's take a look. The method I use, I'm not saying it's a great method, it's just the one I use. If the question, how is my B group, if that's the question, then I go, well, what happens if I do nothing at all? If I'm sad, then I should have done something. If I'm not sad, then go do whatever you want. Okay. He gets a sente. The next big thing he can do, turn. I'm tempted to play away again. And if I want to play, okay, I play. I'm out, I'm healthy. I'm not seeing a problem. So I have no intent of defending my B group. I might use it, but I'm not going to defend it. So let's look at using it. This is my process, right? Should I defend it? I decide no. Can I use it? So that's where we're at now. Black's next move is going to be here. So I'm thinking of playing my white move here. So that if he tries to live, it's going to be really tiny life and I get to hassle him. Right? Oh, I'm chasing you, and I'm getting profit. So that's my first thought. Now let's expand that thought just a little bit. Notice that black is already like undercut. What I'm saying is this black group might not be so happy already. So what if I give him the room? If this means, oh, he's alive comfortably, well, then I didn't do anything. But, I was more prepared. His life is still difficult, then I'm still on track, right? So if that's true, then this is a bigger move and still does the work. Okay, so we can pinch, which uses the wall. Let's put it here. And we'll have black take the corner, at which point I need to start taking action on the stone. Right? So this is me saying I didn't need to defend. What happens if I try to use it? Given that scenario, I go for the pinch. So we're reading it out, right? White, black, I kill it. Black says, great. Am I happy or sad? I don't know. To me, it seems kind of like a small white area. Oh, but you're taking points and you helped your group. I didn't need help. That's my premise. I don't need help. Why am I taking? So I'm not getting it. You see what I mean? Yeah, I'm getting some points. There's still Aji there, but I wasn't weak anyway. I'm not seeing the meaning. So my conclusion was then I'll play away. Now I like what's going on the right. Big old wall. I like playing on the right. But I want to give black lots of freedoms. So he's like, yeah, I'm playing on the right, and I'm playing on the right, I'm playing on the right. That's a lot of time spent on the right when I'm doing other things. So that's my intention. This is my intention. Now let's look at worst case. He gives me a big old pinch and I just live in the corner. Let's take a look at what that might look like. Okay. And let's also put this in, because that's his at any point that he wants it. Okay. How's it look for him? Am I sad? Well, I still think my wall is perfectly healthy. So I'm happy in that regard. What else? Well, we know there's Aji there. I mean, I could play this move. That's disturbing. I could play this move. That's disturbs his Aji, right? I could just start coming. I don't think black's done anything on the right. I'm very happy. What's black going to do? Play here? Well, it didn't clean up the Aji. It didn't give him very many points. Please continue. So that's my process. I use the wall by basically offering it to black. Now, it just so happens that I clicked here by accident. I didn't even know it until he played. I go, oh, I misclicked. I didn't even know it. So it creates a more interesting thing. What are you going to do now? I don't know. Let's find out after he plays. Well, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. I was like, holy cow. He's going to hand me the game? Please win the game. Okay. And that's just silly, right? First of all, he used up an important liberty. So that could really bother him later. And now I have more health than I did. And he's hurt more than he was. So it's like, what was that? Here, okay. Here, okay. So we're doing a breakthrough to shodan. What should we be thinking? Oh, I'll attack black. I'm not against this. But if he just comes out, it's starting to kind of look like we have two weak groups. My two white stones on the right, what are they doing exactly? They're very small. They didn't do much work. So I don't like that. Let me state again something we're doing. This process that I'm belaboring, going over and over, it's trying to get a couple of you out there to go, oh, this is how I break through, by doing these little 1 and 2 move readouts. It's one move. This is one white move. Then you just do a couple imaginations and it's like, we're not attacking black very much. Then what am I doing then? So it's getting the sense for what the board position is after you play the 1 or 2 moves. 1 or 2 move readouts, get a picture of good or bad. The other thing we're doing is going through a process of figuring things out rather than just putting stones down. If you want to break through the shodan, think about what's going on. So I don't see a lot to be gained on the right. So I go to the corner instead. I say, okay, there's a black stone there. I'll try to bother it. Black says, nuh-uh. Okay, clear. He jumps up. He's obviously trying to bother me. Quick readout, black, no problem. Not a problem. I'm out. Okay. What else? I don't see myself as weak here. Then what? Well, doesn't black black has an empty triangle. Black's got a really awkward shape. So I press it. So, okay, you're weak. I'll press it, see what happens. Just fiddling with his weaknesses. Now, if you can start reading out, let me compare A, maybe B, maybe I want C, maybe I want D. There's a couple spots here to try. You could just go through them all and figure it out. Well, for me, I'm too lazy for that. I see empty triangle, and when I play this move, I'm seeing that I'm getting an I on the right. I see positive. That's all I need. If I started studying the situation, I might see more positive. But clearly positive, that's all I'm looking for. You can do more if you want. I love having this I. Can I say it again? I love having this I. He's clearly trying to bother my group. I got an I. Fixes. Thank you. Cut. Hello. That's easy. All of a sudden, look at that ace stone in a good spot. This is working out well. Now, you got a 4Q over there. He's about to play A. You have a 3Q over there. He's about to play B. You got a 1Q. He's about to play C. These are all great ideas. But unless you understand why, you're just going to be putting stones down. The 1Q is going to put the 1Q stone down. The 4Q is going to put the 4Q stone down. They're all putting stones down. Instead, let's think about it. How's the A group? At this point, alive and out. Extremely healthy. Okay. How's Black's B group? I don't want to say alive, but pretty good. Okay, so we're not defending and we're not attacking these guys. What else is going on? Well, I did pinch that C stone, remember? And he hasn't responded. Oh, well, let's go in that direction. Let's surround. Okay. There's so much to look at here. Some reason this is a bad move? No. There's lots of moves you can play here. They're all very positive. When I went through it, I'm saying, I'm fine, he's fine. He never responded to C, I'm going after C. Now, that's very simple thinking. Now, we did go through the process, which is a hassle, but that's something, once you do it 10, 20 times, it's like, oh, the process starts becoming easier. It's a habit. It's like, oh, I've done this before. This is easy. That's how you got to where you are now. So I'm suggesting something new to go after, which will break you through to the dons. Okay. So I'm going this way. I had certain levels of discomfort because there's an elephant eye here. Like, well, does that mean I should be playing this way? Well, that's just horrible. I'm a huge hole. Well, so this seemed to be the best surrounding move. And I thought, well, if he hits the elephant eye, there's certainly nothing horrible I'm going to experience. It's just I may get pushed around a little bit. It's not a perfect shape. Okay, that's just, I don't see a perfect shape here. Oh, but if you play here, it ends up perfect. Great. Read it out, do the work, find the better move by all means. I mean, heck, there's a cut here. Wow, this could get great. It could. Feel free to read it out. But don't forget, you've got a limited clock and you've got 150 moves to work on. Are you really going to do all that work on every move? So just use your clock well. So I went this way. They say, yeah, it's your sente, okay. And he fixes. Okay. Makes sense. It was a nasty cut. What now? Well, remember this awkward A-B relationship. It's our sente. Boom. Oh, what a pretty move that is. I like that move. Hurts black a lot in the corner. I mean, I think we're getting close to death for the Blackstone. There's no cut worth talking about. So my ugly shape has turned into, gosh, really feels like perfection. I don't know if it is, but it's close. Right away. Couple things to think about here. His A wall into the center, kind of big and powerful. As true as that is, if we look at the peeps, well, it is only one eye. Yeah. But that's a fantasy. That's 100 moves away, not even worth. I mean, it's just sitting there saying, well, I'll keep that in mind, and I might go in that direction a little bit if it's easy. Okay. Now, white's there also. Black can't do a great deal with his wall because white's just right there. Okay. So I don't see the A group as something to be worrying about right now. I'm just thinking with a number of you watching this is going, God, will he ever stop? No, never. To me, it's all about understanding the position in front of me. I see that A group and I go, it's only got one eye. Did I kill it later? I think I may have killed it later. Okay, so his A, my B. Everything's fine, no rush in the center. Next, my C stone does not need help, but it might enjoy it. And I've got this wall type thing. Okay, so I like the top. On the other hand, he kind of likes the left. There's a feeling he actually is using his center. So there's a case for the top, there's a case for the left. And I'm like, why don't I just take points? Easy, no strategy, just take points. That's like, dare I say, always good. Aren't you afraid he's going to do something important in the center? Well, I'm pretty much there and I have my own areas. I'm not concerned. Okay, we do our thing. No need to press again. You see me do this many times. You go through the process. Does that bother me? No. Gote, what, 10 points in Gote? That's not big. And then you do the other one. If he plays away, am I like, oh man, this is so great? No. Just, let's just say he plays here just for fun. Did I play? Is there something big I did? No, I don't think so. So I'm not going to press again. I decided, because this is an idea that scares me, and I don't understand it very well. But I know this is a valid move for white. And since it scares me, I'm like, great, then let's play it. I know it's okay, so let's learn. So that's why I played here. Lots of choices. Let's look at the probable outcome. Boom, boom, and then what? Here? That's the most common. There's something about this. I've heard it so many times, and I understand it to a degree, but let's look at, he takes away our corner. There's lots of ways of doing it. Let's just say that black lived in the corner. All our corners gone. Isn't that horrible? No. I mean, his territory is gone too. And his is one that I might be able to split and kill. He's not going to be killing me. So it's like, all I'm saying, it's going to cost him to take the corner. So look at his huge left. If he wants to keep it, then that's my corner. If he takes away the corner, he can't keep the left. This is the premise. And I'm a good 70% on understanding this. I'm intellectually, okay, got it. But then there's playing through it. What's it all mean? How does it work out in an actual game? And like, okay, I'm got a good handle on it, but not a great handle. Okay, so I kick. He plays here. And it's like, he's not breaking through to shodan anytime soon. That's a small move. Now I can walk away. I think I'm just alive. There's a little, let's check it out. Let's say I walk away. Boom, boom. Atari, save. Atari. If I take later on, it's a ko for that eye. So that means that's not quite alive. Well, what about if I play here? Well, that's not quite alive, other than this cut. So there is some weakness here that could cause trouble. But even if there wasn't, it's double sente, so I'll just take it. My sente. Okay, that needs to be here. He's like, oh, I don't want you cutting me. Well, that's silly. There's no cut here. Just so it's a net. So when he plays this move, I'm thinking, what's it mean? It could mean a lot of things. I'll choose between this and this later. Right now, punish him. Thank you very much. This is doing great things on top. I mean, every move that makes a wall here, the top is just getting massively large. So good for the top. Closer to taking the corner. Not quite taking it yet, but almost. He plays here. That's his sente. Plays here, which is he's not breaking through to shodan anytime soon. What's this? Defense? No. Attack? I'm already alive. And size in gote? Not big. Okay. Now, when you play with someone, you get a sense, what are they thinking? What's on their mind? Let me tell you what's on his mind. I felt pretty sure of it at the time. He's looking at my group in a general way, thinking it's not quite alive. It just looked like he had chances. And he never checked it specifically, just like, oh, I like surrounding white. There's trouble there. No, there's not. If he had spent how many seconds, he would have gone, oh, it's alive. What am I doing? Okay. Gote, bam. The corner's now mine. The left is nothing for black. It's like, so game over. Place here, still Gote. I'm torn between playing on top, which is so big for me, and playing over here, which negates more of his stuff. But mine is so big and it's a big area, so just do it. Not a great idea. Just stop his corner, stop his side, and do the next big area. I don't want to get cut here. And then I jump. I almost didn't play this move. I don't know yet if it's good. It sure looks natural. It's like, of course you play here. Well, and I did. But let's look at why. Set. He plays here. I'll say Atari. Then what do I do? Save the cut? Then what? I'm seeing some Aji here that bothers me. Even if it doesn't work right now, I just was a little uncomfortable. At which point I said to myself, don't be silly. It can't be bad at the moment. If things change, take another look later. But at the moment, it simply can't be bad. So it was me being too afraid. And I stopped myself from acting on it. That may not have meant anything to you, but it means stuff to me. He comes out. I like the points. I like stopping him from getting home. Things have changed. Good time to fix. To me, I'm wanting to fix. He just came close. Even if this is Gote, I'm doing good things in a big area. I'm not saying it's great. Okay, he played. Haunted the head of 2 stones. That's nice. And getting close to this cut. So it's doing a few specific things. The Satari. I didn't want to play here because I guess he can't exactly do it. Let's say he plays here. A silly move. How am I going to stop this? I have a weak shape. I didn't like the weakness. Looking at it now, it's like, oh, it's not weak. He can't do anything there. Well, maybe. But at the time, I thought I'm uncomfortable. So why don't I Atari, which completely digs out his eyes, gets rid of my weakness, all in Sente. Don't do this. You're going to get cut, and the game's going to start to change. Now, if it happened that you were already surrounding him, he can cut, but no, he's too weak to make it work. Okay, but that's not the case. So fix. I don't need to save a stone, but if I do save it, he doesn't have 2 eyes, and that's Sente for sure. So it removes his Sente. It's all good. Come on out. You got it. Here, something bothered me. Now, I don't think this is a good move, but let's look at what bothered me. If I do nothing, does he get this in Sente? You're seeing the weakness that bothers me. My guess is that I should say, oh, just give him the whole thing and take a second move away. Now, my guess is that that's the way to think about it. But partly because I'm so far ahead and he's playing so poorly that I'm like, it's kind of big and it does have a future, right? I can still play moves like this along with the other one. It was nothing but positive. I don't believe it was positive enough to fulfill the value of a whole move at this point, but it was still big and positive and just, I didn't have to worry because I was ahead anyway. Yep, 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 yep. Gootey. His shape looks really suspicious to me. So I came in. Sorry. Okay. What happened there? I don't know. Is he alive? I'm not entirely convinced he's alive. Plus, he has another cut right there. And I kill that group because of this. So this does not kill the group, but it makes him uncomfortable. That's a big key. Play things that make him uncomfortable, nervous, bothered. I don't care if you cut me. You have problems here. What's he going to do? Just back off? Let me in? It's still weak. Place here, double Atari, capture, very nice. Q player's going to play here, right? You want to break through, say, well, if he cuts me, I've got the A part. Oh, they're connected home already. And I got the B part. I'm almost home, and I can just start in making ice. Please cut me. Go ahead, cut me. I'm cutting you. Great. Peep, remember that group? The fantasy of killing this group? And I said, well, gosh, that's 100 moves away before you can even think about it. How many moves ago was that? Less than 100. It's becoming a reality. Wow. So use your imagination. See things that are coming from a distance. Oh, his group is sort of weak. This move here, was it this one? Yeah. It's in his stomach. Does it make him only one eye? No, not necessarily. But it's free. It's bothers him. Then we get over here. In this whole process, I'm making my egg group. Is it actually alive now? He cut it off, and I'm alive. And out, and he has a weak group. Here I felt a little uncomfortable because I'm not home and I don't have two eyes. I wanted to fight here so bad, and I stopped myself. I felt like I'd gone a little too far. Okay, back off, just live. Oh, I would love to cut now. That'd be great. But I have to come back and fix anyway. Just fix. Now you see it. Do you remember those two stupid stones I put in? They didn't really even take him down to one eye. It's his stomach. He was uncomfortable. If he fixes, well, that's still not two eyes. And I can start maybe a who knows what's going to happen. This group also was not great. So he takes, I say Atari, and that's game over, of course. And there's some questions about can this black group live? But it's not Sente. So I could go ahead and start the slice. And it's all kind of obvious here. Here I was a little surprised. I'm about to die. Oh, well, I could play see if I can kill him. Well, just go home. Don't get it all fancy pants. So I played this way, hoping he would play ko. What happens if he doesn't play ko? I guess it's still ko. So it's ko or it's ko, right? Yeah. He plays ko. I should just drop down. I just didn't see it. Ko threat, and then down. I guess I should still take because it's still a ko. Yeah, so I misplayed that. Big ko threat. And save, which means it was a really big invasion on his right side. Corner's still up for grabs. And this group, I actually thought I might be able to kill it, but I completely missaw it. But anyway, we'll stop here. White has a big win, of course. And hopefully we're seeing this idea of look specifically at what's going on and deal with things specifically rather than in general. Hope it's getting through. Catch y'all later. Bye.